Oh, hi! Adventure vlogs are back. We're doing it. Last year was such a dark mess of a time. I definitely didn't have it in me to be filming any of the stuff going on, even though I am curious what I would have been talking about, because I feel like a completely different person than I did 6 months ago or a year ago, even a couple weeks ago, to be honest. But it's January 4th, 2019. We're just getting into the new year, with this being such a particularly interesting and like big question mark of a chunk of time for me. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I don't know where I'm headed right now. Even though I'm working on a lot of things, I'm trying to set myself up for success, throwing myself completely into making stuff on my own while I have the time, doing more videos, planning to do 2 a week going forward. I mean, who knows what else is gonna happen as this year goes on, but that's the plan. And really build up my Etsy shop and in-person sales, do alterations, and help people do cosplay costumes, even just pieces of outfits, even just making dresses or regular garments. Pretty much any kind of sewing is very fun. I'm actually working on figuring out how to do swimsuits with my friend Jamie. We filmed a ton of stuff working on the lining portion, which was kind of our mock-up, but we're gonna use the fabric because it's very expensive material. But this weekend we're gonna work on the actual decorative outer fabric, and it's something I've never tried before. It's very interesting. Not the easiest thing in the world, but also so far less daunting than I was expecting. Hey, if you got the measurements for stuff, you can do anything. At least that's what I'm telling myself. Most days I've been feeling pretty badass and like I can take over the world kind of thing. Not all days. I did wake up yesterday just feeling really bummed and like I had all the wind taken out of my sails and frustrated with the injustice of the world. And though that's still part of how I feel most days, working in my shop for a couple hours on some new things and troubleshooting things with the Cricut machine brought me back around and helped me refocus on, yeah, this is what I want to be spending my time doing, is making stuff. And if I can do that to make a living, well, hot damn, that's the dream. Before I can go home and work in the shop some more, I stopped at the mall to check out this year-round craft market that they have. It's at the Mall of New Hampshire. It's called the Manchester Craft Market, to kind of scope out what type of stuff they sell, what kind of prices people have on their things, ask them questions as far as how it all works. They seem to run a pretty cool business over there. Not that most of the stuff in there is anything near what I make. It's always inspirational and motivating seeing other people really making some cool stuff. But it's neat going into a store where every single thing is made by someone in the area with their hands. With the job loss and everything, I had to tighten the belt, so I had a massage place membership that I had to cancel because it's, you know, monthly money plus tip every time I go because someone is providing me a service that I just can't justify spending that kind of money. Now that I've canceled it, I have a small window in which to use up any of my like accrued massage time. So even though I got one last weekend, I'm going again this weekend, especially now that I've canceled the massage place membership. I've been doing a lot of exercises, getting back into my physical therapy routine. Not that I go to PT anymore, but I have exercises for my garbage knees, lemon body. So rather than getting panicky about starting to get irritated and stuff, I'm just gonna be proactive as far as exercising all those muscles and just kind of keeping myself as in good a shape as possible, because I do have health insurance through the Affordable Care Act. Thankfully that's still a thing through 2019, but if I don't have to use it, I'd like to not use it, because when you hurt yourself it gets very expensive. So yeah, I'm gonna go run a couple quick errands, and then I have a little over an hour before my massage. Once I'm done errands, I'm gonna sit and read this book. Very interesting read. I'm planning to start doing some type of crafting meetup. Maybe it's gonna look more like a class, trying to figure that stuff out. And my friend Sam got me this book and is also reading it. He also is interested in doing creative person work day. This is also helping me work on my New Year's resolution, the only like solid tangible one that I have, which is to read a book a month. I do also set this resolution for myself pretty much every year and always fail, but at least it's getting me to read that little bit more, at least for the beginning of the year. I'll get through a couple books at least. Let me know, A, if you made any resolutions for yourself, and B, what books are you reading? I made it. I'm back in the shop. Oh my god, I'm so tired, and it's after 4 now. I gotta focus and get a bunch of stuff done. I did just scarf down some food because I didn't really eat that much today. I had a breakfast sandwich, but I was like hurtling myself out the door because I went to the gym before I did anything else this morning. Made some calls to some people, which it obviously is time consuming. I got a package from Jeanette. Thank you so much, Jeanette. She actually sent me a set of cam snaps. I had heard of them before, but didn't think of the possibilities until she offered to send me some of the ones that she had. And then she's like, well, I can send you the leftover ones I have, but if you don't have the tools for it, you won't really be able to use them. So she got me like a whole starter kit because I am so fucking spoiled. I have like every color imaginable. I'm actually working on something that I'm going to use these for. Hopefully I will have those done by the end of the day and I can show you. So this box, I assuming am the ones that she had and was getting rid of. This is a pretty big box, so I figured I would open it. Because who doesn't love opening mail? By the way, with all of this job stuff going on, I have gotten a bunch of stuff from a lot of my friends and I'm like overwhelmed with emotion with how spoiled I am. Sam Witch sent me a whole kit of dog collar making supplies and I have some very exciting ideas as far as these go. There's a bunch of jingle bells. This is a bunch of potential stuff that I never would have thought of otherwise. And then Grant from Crafting with Cocktails sent me a whole pile of old patterns that he wasn't using. Actually, these couple up front are from my old job because my old boss was getting rid of a bunch of stuff and was like, hey, if you want these patterns, you can take them. There's a lot of stuff to make. Plus, last fall, I bought a ton of stuff on Black Friday for myself, and I'm really glad I did because I have so much more material and tools going forward as far as making custom work for people and just things to practice on. That's pretty cool. Timing of all of that is working out very much in my favor, so I'm feeling good in that capacity. Anyways, back to the box. There's a cute card with my greeting on it. This is very nice. Oh, I'm not going to read this out because it's very personal, but thank you so much for this note, Jeanette. It means a lot. I'm going to keep this. There's a whole bunch of stuff in here. What? Jeanette! I fucking love storage containers. If you haven't noticed, I guess I haven't shown you a shop tour in a while, but it's bins for days in here. Oh my goodness! These are gorgeous! Oh my god, yes. She told me about the Harry Potter ones. This is amazing. So there's some Deathly Hallow ones. And there's house ones? Oh my god. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Yes, they're Hufflepuff ones. Yes, Jeanette, this is amazing and so thoughtful. Thank you, thank you, thank you. This is the first like test product. I just found a scrap of felt and tried it out and very good snaps. There's a very good hold to it. What? Draft beer jelly beans? I absolutely have to try this. It smells like beer. I wonder like what kind of beer they're basing it on. Probably some kind of lager. This is wild. Holy shit. And they're like kind of shiny. This is crazy. I'm gonna have to save these and bring them around to all of my brewery friends. So I think this is something she's made. It's a little beanbag hat and it has a pocket. Very intricately pieced together. This is so cute. I can always use pins. These are really fun ones. I like this a lot. Splendid Spears. That's a very cute name. Excellent. You know, I have a surprising few number of hand sewing needles. And this is brilliant too because they're already threaded. Oh, it's so good. I love sliding mechanisms. This straight up feels like Christmas. What is this? Oh, my other guilty pleasure is I have too many notebooks. I don't know if you can see behind my machine the absolute mountain of notebooks I had back there. That's not even all of them. Did you make this? So catered to me. I cannot express to you how much I love all of these things so far. Actually, I'm going to keep that out and that's going right in my purse. Oh, have I had the same face for everything I've opened? Because I'm both excited and very endeared. Oh, there's a little satchel. And there's stuff in here? Oh my god. In a big notebook. Oh, this is a very nice sentiment. I appreciate that. Ooh, and it's fancy. I very much appreciate everyone's encouraging words with everything I've been going through this past year. It's just incredible how quick everyone has been to be like, yeah, we got your fucking back, man. Okay, before I was rudely interrupted with a phone call by my favorite person, I was talking about when I got really drunk and tore a lobster apart with my bare hands and got a lot of cuts, and it was a time. Back to the stuff. I cannot believe how many things are in here. And some tis the season to, actually I need to blow my nose. Anytime it's below like 60 degrees, it just like pours fluid. It's fun. It's really fun being in this vessel. Oh my gosh, and there's fabric in here too. Oh my god, you guys, holy shit. There's, what is this? Oh, it's that line that Dumbledore says. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if you remember to turn on the light. And it's like a really stretchy. This is such interesting material. Oh, I love it. Hell yeah. This is fun. I haven't seen this before. This is incredible. There's even a little ferret. Oh, and this is great too. Don't even know what to say. Thank you. This is wild. Okay, I gotta get to work on the thing I'm making, and yeah, I'll show you as soon as it's done because I think you're gonna be very excited about it. Let me know how you're feeling once you actually view the product I'm making. Hi, pals. Man, for some reason, as I'm finishing this project and thinking about where this year may take me. There's so much stuff up in the air. I don't know what's going on. I'm job hunting every day. I haven't heard back from anyone. It's still the very beginning of the year, and like no one was hiring during the holidays, which I get. Still a little discouraging not hearing back from jobs I feel like I'm almost overqualified for. I'm starting to feel better now. Just talking. This was an interesting impulse that I'm going off of because I just wanted to like talk to a friend and my camera was right next to me. I just got completely consumed by this really sad feeling that my dad wasn't here. It's weird. I just started thinking of how amazing a lot of my friends are and family and everything, helping me brainstorm on ideas and like really building me up as far as my self-confidence, what I can do, and reminding me of things that I have done in the past. And that's been really nice to hear. But yeah, I just got hit with this like really big sadness that I didn't have my dad around to shoot the shit with over a game of cribbage and just kind of vent our frustrations and also come up with good ideas for things. I feel like I'm a person that can get caught up in a lot of big ideas, and I both like that part of my brain and also know I need to keep it in check and like be realistic about things. But both my parents really instilled that in me, and I can obviously and have been talking to my mom about potential projects, and she's been so helpful. She is such a creative talent, but my dad even more so was always just like, fucking reach for the stars, man. A really good hype man. As I'm finishing this project, I'm really proud of how this is coming out, even though like it's a silly dorky nerdy thing. The fact I don't get to show him, have him be proud of me for working on stuff on my own. This is just part of the grief and mourning process, you know. He's only been gone for a few months. I've made a few things on my own since he's passed, but making this is the first new idea I've had specifically for my Etsy shop. Feels like a really big step in a specific direction. It's just fucking me up that he's not here for it. And I'm sure there's gonna be many more moments where it's the first time something is happening since he's passed, and just really wanting to call him or stop by the house, and he was always up for a chat. But yeah, I just wanted to give some updates. It's been a couple days since I've filmed anything. I've just been working really hard on a couple specific projects, and I got a new Etsy order yesterday, and it was at the end of a very gratifying day working on swimsuits with my friend Jamie, which is like a whole new realm of sewing. I've never done anything like that. I felt very encouraged coming home from her house. Got a notification on my phone. So once I pulled down the driveway, I was checking it. Yeah, I sold some hooded scarves on Etsy. To you, Cheryl. Thank you so much for buying those. I am about to start making them. I'm just feeling stressed, of course, and overwhelmed, but like I'm really making some upward movement as far as my own business stuff. Not that I'm expecting it to be full-time anytime soon. It's just been feeling really nice. And then yeah, like I said, it just hit me like a ton of bricks not having my dad here for this. But I'm gonna go find some tissues and get this project finished up. So I'll see you guys on the other side of this Pikachu onesie. Well, this is happening. I am Pocket Monster. I like how it came out. I used some of the cam snaps that I got from Jeanette, and they work so well. I'm so glad I had that as an alternative to like trying to put a zipper on this. Now I really want to make another one, but I have some Etsy orders to do, which I'm excited to work on. So the list continues. Okay, it's still the same day of me making the Pikachu onesie. I like am about to start Etsy stuff. I heard back from a job I applied to. It's a part-time seamstress job doing alterations at like a uniform company. Ooh, is that them? So I'm just waiting to hear back on an actual interview time, but they need someone to start like right away, and I obviously have some free time. I feel so much relief just finally hearing back from someone, because job searching is a real quick way to make you get into your own head. Gonna drink some tea and get these scarves done. I probably won't get to the post office today, but that's okay because it's really shitty road conditions today, so I was hoping to go tomorrow anyway, but that's still well within the shipping parameters that I gave myself. I'm excited! Hi! So a lot has been happening. Well, hey everybody. I have been very bad at bringing my camera with me. Here we are, catching up on things. It is the 23rd of January. I believe it is 4 degrees Fahrenheit outside. I love winter in New England. Why do I live here? I have a part-time job now. I went to a couple interviews last week. One was kind of a crazy nightmare, but it's fine. I think it's always good experience, even if it's 100% not going to work out, to go through the interview. I've done a handful over the past couple weeks. Most of them have been quite interesting to say the least. I went to interview for a seamstress position at a uniform shop. That is where I've worked 2 shifts now. I'm doing just 2 days a week. They basically said I can set my own hours on those 2 days, so I'm just trying to get as many hours in as I can. 1 Etsy sale a week is awesome, and I'm so excited that that's even had any kind of regularity the past couple weeks, that I make just a couple dollars off of each of those, so it's not a sustainable source of income or anything. It's interesting work doing uniform alterations. It is a tedious, repetitive job at times, but honestly, anything involving sewing, I just find the workday goes by so fast. Even at the costume shop, the week I was making 80, that's 80 Oompa Loompa costumes in under a week. I think it was 6 days. I have never felt time go by so quickly as I did in those few days. Where other jobs I've had where I am making stuff or just doing anything else, I would definitely feel like the day was just dragging and staring at the clock. I don't do well when I'm not busy, and my job at this place is to pump out as much as I can as quickly as possible, and then like I can go. I'm not just kind of sitting twiddling my thumbs. Not that I ever do that anyway. Any job I've ever had where there's downtime, I'll clean or reorganize or do that like shitty side work that no one wants to deal with. Hey, you gotta clean out the plaster trap. Oh, it's gonna be gross and horrible, but I have 15 minutes before my next thing starts, so I guess I gotta do it. I've always been like that. I feel like I'm stealing company money if I'm not earning my keep, you know? And I have a couple artist tables coming up. Ooh, one is actually next month. So it's like 2 weeks after this video is gonna go up. February 16th from noon to 4 at the Mill Number 5 Little Bazaar. They're doing a market called The Nerd, and I have an artist table there. So it's in Lowell, Massachusetts. You should totally come check out everything they have to offer down there. There's breweries nearby, there's a ton of good restaurants. Lowell's really cool. Much like my hometown of Manchester, we're integral in the Industrial Revolution with all of the textile mills and everything, so even just going into the old buildings I find deeply fascinating. Just so honored that they accepted my application. And I also have 2 artist tables at comic book conventions. One's not till September. That's the biggest one though. It's at the Granite State Comic Book Convention. But there's a small one at my old high school, actually up in Manchester, called Queen City Kamikaze Con. It's definitely a younger crowd and more of an anime focus, but they have a ton of really cool games in all the hallways. Plus it's just super interesting going back to my old high school and not being a student, because I graduated 12 years ago. Wow. Oh, speaking of which, that weekend, that one's March 23rd, the Queen City Kamikaze Con. That's the weekend of my 30th birthday, so even if you just want to stop by and like make plans to get beer after or something, you should totally come hang out. It would mean the world to me. So yeah, let's do the things. Been a crazy month so far, and there's still, you know, over a week left in it. It's been very stressful, of course. That has definitely been alleviated a little bit by some of my patrons. Can't believe how many of you have stuck around for so long, especially with last year being so inconsistent on my end. And also don't know how to say thanks to all the new people. So many of you started donating or upped your donations in the past month. Even though my next like goal on Patreon was to hit a certain amount every month and then I'd post 2 videos a week, I just feel like I owe the world to you guys, so I wanted to start doing that anyway, even though I haven't reached that. Oh my god, there's 21 patrons now. That's so many people being like, hey, I like your stuff. I would like to help you fund this along. Thank you so much. So huge thank you to like my bigger tier people, which is Chris and John and Cheryl. Chris is in my first custom shit tier, so I'm like making her a thing. Granted, I make little things once in a while for the mail time perk, and those are always really fun. I have, John and Amanda, I am really excited about a thing I'm gonna make you. I know John, at least, I hope you appreciate it. Amanda, I don't know if you collect the same kinds of things that John does. Really pumped about the idea I had, so I hope you like the thing that's coming your way for February. And then for my shout out tier, Jeanette, thank you so much for the care package. Oh yeah, that's in this video. Thank you so much. These cam snaps are a game changer. And Rob Czar, if you're ever watching any of these, thank you. I hope one day me, you, and Corinne get to do some drunken crafting, but until then, like, I'm so glad you guys are still putting content out into the world and just being your weird selves, so I very much appreciate it. It is still super buck wild that you support me on Patreon, so thank you. Eve, the custom Pikachu onesie I made is done! This little tail's hanging off. I have it hanging on this rolling rack so that I can clean everything off and take some photos of it. That stuff's all done and I'm about to take it to the post office. The original design of the onesie, I embroidered it on. Thanks for sticking around. Also, yeah, let me know if you want a studio tour because I've been walking around a lot, and if there's stuff you haven't seen before, let me know. Okay, goodbye for real now. I love this because duh.